All right, on the phone, very special guest. He is the man, the myth, the legend. It broke out to the scene a couple years ago with the newly reformed Sublime. His Sublime with Rome. Of course, since then, he's had hit singles with the Dirty Heads and, of course, his latest project. And he just performed Cinco de Mayo at Dos Gringos. We got Rome. Good morning, Rome.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. It's just you and I. We're doing a solo little one-on-one thing. First, how'd you enjoy Cinco de Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo was tight, man. I had a really good time out there. We performed out there. My solo band did, and then we just kind of kicked it with some of our friends out there, and drank probably a little bit too much, but it was overall a really good time, man.
Yeah, well, we're like neighbors as far as Arizona and where you grew up. So do you have a lot of people out here in Arizona that you consider good friends?
Yeah, I definitely have like my handful of people out there that I always, no matter what, link up with out there, and yeah, they always seem to show me a good time regardless. So
yeah, you've been a very busy man, and you've performed with lots of people. A lot of people don't know with Sublime. Well, first and foremost, because we're going to be hyping up the Sublime show because you guys are coming out here with Pennywise, which is an awesome bill. Remind the audience how they came across your talents.
I had moved from Northern California to Southern California and started working with a producer in Orange County, and he was friends with Eric Wilson, the bass player to Sublime. And over the course of time, I just kind of got to know him and we started hanging out and jamming. And at one of his house parties, we played a Sublime song, and then it was just kind of cool. It was fun. So we kind of always did that at his parties. And then one day he just asked me, if it would be something that I'm interested in doing. And I said, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, right? You didn't have to think about it for a second. And that's great because it's not like they were looking for it. It was just something that they inadvertently found. They're just like, man, this guy is good. And not only that, you write songs very well. A lot of people don't know, like a lot of the Dirty Head songs and everything, you're very instrumental in all their hit songs with writing the hook and everything else. So you've been writing and singing for how long now?
I've been writing music since I was probably about 16 years old. So, I'm 24. It's about 8 years. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, I'm just a fan, I really love to get inside the artist's head, whether it's, my own or any other artist, and just, write. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but the more you do it, I feel the better you get at it. And it's just a love of mine is writing music.
Yeah, and it's turned into a part where you're turning into a full-blown songwriter behind the scenes. What other artists have you written songs for?
I just got done doing a lot of songs for Enrique Iglesias this year. So that's really cool. I wrote his lead single coming out called Freak.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that one. And then I've worked with Catherine McPhee and Kylie Minogue and Cobra Starship, Fun. A lot of people.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted to focus on most because, again, a lot of people don't know that. They know Rome, the front man, but, all the work that you're putting in, not only in front of the, microphone, but behind the scenes is phenomenal, for especially such a young talent like yourself. You stay busy. Do you ever take a day off?
Well, thanks so much for all that, very nice words, man. I appreciate that.
No worries.
But as far as taking a day off, I don't like to take days off because even when I take days off, it just consists of me not going to a studio in LA or something,
right,
and just staying at home in my studio and working. But I more like to take a chunk of time off, a week off, to go see my folks or something like that, or go get a cabin in Big Bear or something crazy. But for the most part, I mean, that's honestly the key to my success now, and the key to my success in the future is just having a strong work ethic. Like everyone always tells me, like, what do you know, what's the secret or whatever, or like, oh, you're just so talented. And it's just like, you know what? It's really not either. There is no like secret, and it's not about really how much like talent you have. It's just about how much you apply yourself and how hard you work. And you know, my father was always a blue collar worker, and he worked very hard, and he achieved things for his family that, you know, others couldn't. And I feel like the same thing in my trade. I can apply the same science. As hard as I can work, the more I can achieve.
I love it. I live by the same motto, man. So it's great to hear those words, and you know, the hard work is definitely paying off. You know, I heard a rumor that the Sublime with Rome aspect of everything was actually coming to an end, I think, last year. So it was a surprise to me that you were coming back on tour. Now, was this a possibility that there was going to be no more Sublime with Rome or no more touring, and then it's come back about, or what's the game plan?
Well, all that really happened was technically, I mean, the lease, so to speak, for using the word Sublime, because Eric and Bud don't own that.
Uh-huh.
Brad's wife does.
Okay.
The rent was due, and we had to give them the money, and there was an adjusting of certain numbers, and like any business transaction, it goes back and forth a couple times, but that's about the only. I mean, there was no, you know, threat or anything. I think that was just kind of going around online because, I don't know, it's kind of a small community, like the reggae rock scene. So when news leaks out, everybody hears it and stuff. It's pretty cool, but, you know, the only way to really, like, get the truth of the matter is to really go to the source. So.
Yeah. Have you met Brad's wife and Brad's kid?
I've met his wife.
And did she give you her blessing as far as, you know, doing his songs?
She's a nice lady.
Yeah, did she like your take on him?
Me and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, you know, we definitely do it justice, and we're you know, we're all mutual on everything, you know. She seemed like, you know, cool to me, man. But well.
Yeah, and you were able to read my books. You know, and it's great because being like a lifelong Sublime fan as myself, a lot of people out in Arizona and the West Coast especially were hip to Sublime from the beginning, and I'm sure you were too. You know, it was good that they were able to rebrand and get back on the road. And when I remember first hearing you with a Sublime song, nobody could tell the difference. It was almost like a Tupac moment. Like, he's back? And then you start, you know, continue to write new songs. So you take the aspect of it, the rhythm section that was so strong that kind of personified Sublime sound, and then you made it your own. And now it's this huge beast. So are you as passionate in writing songs for Sublime as you are for yourself?
Oh, man, you have no idea. I'm like, it's really hard to write songs for myself and just call them Rome.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, and this is what I've always said. Rome is the hardest job I have. You know,
yeah,
like that, because it's just me. You know, I got no one else to fall behind. You know, it's just me. That's it. I'm the only cook in the kitchen, and that comes with all the creativity at like decisions. I got to decide everything, and you know, when it works, hell yeah. When it doesn't, damn, you know, it's my fault. But that's the job.
Yeah,
that's what I signed up for. But writing with all these other artists and writing songs with Sublime, with a band, writing with the Dirty Heads, like, I'm so looking forward to. I have sessions coming up with the Dirty Heads to write some new stuff with these guys next week. I can't wait to get back in on their new stuff. It's going to be cracking.
Nice.
I go in with Sublime this fall to go in and start working on a whole new record with Josh and Eric, and I'm super stoked for that. I mean, we got the studio is the other half of the job that is just equally as fun, man. I mean, it's an incredible thing. You're just surrounded with your boys and all your trinkets, and you know, a tape machine, for lack of better words.
Right.
And just record.
Nice. How long are you going to be on the road with Sublime this stint? I know you're performing here in Phoenix on August 2nd with Pennywise, and it's going to be hot as hell.
I think we're doing about 6 weeks. Yeah, we have Iration at the later end of the tour, which is good because those guys are awesome and they're friends of mine.
Nice.
And then we have the Descendants coming out for some of the tour as well, which is legendary in South. And then Pennywise, of course, you know, both those guys are incredible. So we're going to hit the tour for about 6 weeks, and then I think we're going to try and hit some in-between shows. So we're looking at, you know, probably like a good 6 to 8 weeks this summer.
Right. Well, you're going to be sweating your ass off come August. I guarantee that.
Cool, man. Good. Because then I'm going to Europe for the winter.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, yeah, get it all out of your system and stuff before you start freezing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's the last CD that you listened to from beginning to end?
You know, dude, I've been from beginning to end. The last CD probably have to be A$AP Rocky's new CD.
The what CD?
A$AP Rocky's new CD.
Oh, yeah?
A$AP, I think it's called. Yeah, that's probably the last album I listened to from front to back. I just got put on to Spotify, man.
Oh yeah, you just.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
No, that's terrible because I'm a radio guy. Like, and then Spotify doesn't pay this shit to the artist.
Pay us anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, you know, it's so crazy. The label takes all the money and the record, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But man, that A$AP Rocky album is pretty tight. I mean, I listen to a lot of, you know, stuff that most people don't think I listen to. So I listen to like a lot of rap and a lot of like old school rock that everybody's bored of by now. And but
no, that's great
every
though.
once in a while.
Well, you can see it.
You know what though? Actually, here, this might help out. The Imagine Dragons CD. Actually, there's some cool stuff on that one that I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, you don't have to just name rock and roll. I don't care. You know, I like the fact that you are influenced heavily by hip-hop, and that actually makes you a better lyricist and songwriter because of the different, lyrical schemes and rhyming schemes and patterns that hip-hop uses that rock and roll didn't for a long time, and hell, until Sublime came along, and they utilized that. So it's just a natural progression.
Man.
Yeah, and
it is. You got to be versatile.
You got to switch it up. Are you ever going to put out a hip-hop record?
Oh, man. To put me on the spot, I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
Shit, no. At least not
Right.
in this life form.
Do you ever freestyle?
If I do, you guys will never know it's me. How about that?
Oh, that sounds good. You go with a different moniker. You won't be MC Rome.
I'll put on a helmet or something.
Yeah. Be the Slipknot of hip-hop.
Yeah, oh my God. That's good work. Wait, don't we have that? Isn't that ICP?
Oh, yeah. Well, they paint their face, but same difference. And then you just recently, as you performed in Phoenix, you actually performed right after our local band that's one of our favorite, and that's Congos. Did you get a chance to check those guys out?
Dude, totally, man. Those guys blew me away. That was a treat.
Right?
For me. That was like a nice welcome to Arizona treat. That was awesome, dude. Those guys are a very, very good band. I actually talked to my agent the following morning, who asked me how the show was, and I had mentioned to her that there's this really good band that I saw last night, and she actually ended up signing them earlier that morning. So it's funny how it all works out in the grand scheme of things.
Oh yeah, they've definitely been blowing up, and we're proud of them, you know. And it was good to see you guys share a stage, and it made sense all the way around the board, even though they're not under the reggae category. It's still good music, man. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it as well.
It was a great song. It was really good.
Nice. Well, I look forward to that collaboration as well. Yeah, because I know it'll happen. You're a busy man.
That'd be cool, man. I like to get in the lab with those dudes. I'm sure something cool will come about.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, well, you know, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy, want to probably get back to doing what you do. But, again, we're excited about August 2nd. We'll be out there full force. Of course, that's at Mesa Amphitheater. Ticket information is online at luckymanonline.com. Sublime with Rome with Pennywise and Rome, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And thank you, Arizona, for the support always. It's always been like a second home to us, man. So We look forward to coming out every time.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna start naming it Aroma. No, that's retarded.
Oh God, let's work on that one.
Everything was going great until the very end, man. I'm sorry.
So good.